Okay, so this is video 3 in what absolutely should have been a 2-video series, but the last video went absolutely to shit. In this series I am reacting to Blackstone Fortress. In the first video I unboxed it. I don't know nothing about it. I know a bit about Warhammer lore and that's it. I explained it all in the first video. I'm not going to do it again. So in the first video I unboxed it and had a look at everything. Second video, in between the first and the second video, I apparently read all the instruction booklets and things here, went through it all. But I wanted to learn, because it's a reaction video, I wanted to learn as I went and react to it. And man, did I react to it, because I had no freaking clue what was going on, because what I found was that you absolutely must learn in context, with the books beside you, seeing everything, how it all works in one as you go. But that's not really good to do on camera, which was why I was quite self-conscious of that whole thing, and I was sort of only glancing at the rules in referral. And these are not rules that you can just refer to. Like this is a complex game. This is how far I've gotten. I've set up character cards. I've rolled the Destiny dice and everything up there. Set up the precipice. I've set up my first combat, but I have not yet moved. I have not. This is how much of a failure the last video was. Like I have not even moved yet. I have rolled dice. I did roll dice towards the end of the night there, but that was it. I have not done anything else. So today, what I did was I spent the time just reading these books and looking at it and reading the cards and the books, going through each of the special skills and sort of play testing dice rolls and things. Like last night I didn't know that. Okay, so there's activation dice, which are these ones here. Well, for each turn you roll it. And then there's action dice, and there's 3 different types of action dice and a Blackstone dice there. But I was getting activation dice and action dice mixed up, and I was thinking there was only one action dice, which is the same thing. But now I've sort of figured it out. Well, no, okay. Now I'm a little bit better than I was. I've not figured out anything until I've actually finished this. Okay, but in fact, I've got there are still a few discrepancies in the rules that I would actually like you guys to correct me on in the comments, or support me on in the comments if you could, because so this game is going to be simply a mechanic test. It's a reaction. There are a couple of things here where, like for example, the explanation for onslaught. I don't think you can see that. For onslaught here, which is one of the movements for the hostiles. It says onslaught, attack the closest explorer that is in range and visible to the hostile. Then attack the closest explorer that is in range and visible to the hostile. This may be does that mean twice? They get to attack twice? That doesn't make any sense to me, because they've got onslaught as pretty much dominating the entire card, and there's no actual basic attack option. So surely that's just a basic attack then. So they only get to attack once, and I don't know why they've written that twice like that. I'm wondering if maybe they just say if you have like in the next turn, then attack the next character over. I don't know what that is. How I'm going to play up this turn is I'm just going to treat the onslaught as the regular attack, and they're just going to attack once. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, another issue is the Destiny dice up there. So how they say it works is that Destiny dice replace it. Oh, sorry. They don't say it replaces. That's the problem. They say it is an additional activation dice that you can use, but it doesn't say replace. So does that mean that a character can do, like in this example here, he's got 4 activation dice. Does that mean I can do 4 moves and then a potential up to 2 moves with them as well? So he's doing 6 moves in a turn. Again, that's what I'm going to do in this game, but that sounds like overkill. So, which may be excusable because I don't know how this game's going to play. I don't know how. Let me know in the comments if that is right or wrong, or if you guys have had the same confusion and what you've done to remedy that. I'm going to just treat the activation dice, so the Destiny dice, as an additional activation move, and the Onslaught as a standard attack as opposed to 2 apparent attacks. But they really wrote that paragraph badly, I think. But anyway, so I kept the layout all the same, except I moved a few things around because this is my room. I had to move all the stuff over there and then move it back, but I kept the board exactly the same and all the cards and things, except for one thing. You will notice I have turned Giannis Drake around facing this way. The reason being is a narrative decision, because as I shuffled the what is it? I can't remember what this is called now. The combat track, the initiative track. They landed in this order with Drake and Amelin last, and what is his name? The robot and Locano first and second, and it just happens to be that they're sort of standing separately and these two are together. So I was sitting here this morning with my coffee, just looking at it, at the board, thinking about it, and then I noticed, oh, okay, I know what's happened there, narratively speaking. And so I turned him around. Basically, in my little story in my head, this guy is a rogue trader, okay? You got to think about the personality of a rogue trader. They're all about forbidden frontiers and the hunt. They're all about that type of thing, taking the risk. These guys are the only people in the entire Imperium who are officially sanctioned to do almost what they like. So that type of personality is all about the hunt and the chase and all that type of stuff. This motherfucker has landed in the precipice where the rules are off in terms of Xenos, and all the differences have been cast aside. This may be the only, or at least the best, chance he is ever going to get to pull an Aldari. So if you think about that mentality, you got the Blackstone Fortress in one side of your view, and then you've got her sitting at the other end of the bar. And she's in reach, but she's not. Like, he can't quite get her. And that is like cocaine to these individuals. So she is 7 foot tall. She is model figure with radiant skin. Like, there is not a chance in hell this guy is not trying every waking moment to get at this chick. Okay, so that's what's happened here. This guy has been spending what, an hour or two in this maglev chamber with her, and he's been absolutely trying to chat her up. They've reached the destination, the doors have opened, this guy's called contact on these guys here, and that's why they're at the end of the initiative table, because he's been completely distracting her and they've lost all the initiative. Meanwhile, these two, this guy's a robot, or an AI. He's pretending to be a robot, but he's absolutely, totally not a robot. He would have been better off glazing himself in grease putting a mop on his head, drawing a smiley face on him, and calling himself a new Xenos or something, because there's no way he would have been a believable robot. But anyway, in the Warhammer universe, I'm guessing that they treat AI in a logic, data-driven way. So there's no need for social connection or whatever. I've got a different way of approaching AI in my book Valencia, which I'm actually hoping to have released by the time of this video. It's actually it started out as 6 episodes, and it has been actually out. The first 4 have been out for a while, but I decided to condense them all down into a single novel, and I've been doing that last few weeks, and I hope to release at the same thing. So if you're into sci-fi and everything, whatever, available Amazon, ebook, hopefully paid book, yeah. But the way I treat AI in that is I've got the logic-driven AIs as well, but I've got another AI which is actually spawned within a human mind, and it uses that to develop its contextual perceptions, I suppose. So therefore it sees everything in the same context as we see it, and it evolves and it learns a lot more naturally and a lot more exploratively. And that way it comes with an actual need for social connection as well. So the more you sort of pay attention to it, the more it actually uses it. Anyway, that's in my side of things. These guys, I imagine, aren't doing it. They're just using a straight logic, off and on, data-driven sort of set for their AI. So he doesn't care, is the point I'm making here. So he was already facing, that's why he got #1 spot on the initiative list. He's just like, robot, actions on, bang, we're in. Meccano got #2, and he's standing aside, and I did not place them this way recently. The only change I've made is I've turned him around. But Meccano was a navigator, and I remember from one of Lewitton's videos about the navigators, how these guys are some of the most important people in the Imperium, because they're the ones who connect to the Astronomicon and basically without them, faster than light travel through the warp does not happen. So the Imperium pretty much falls apart without these guys. So these guys are apparently really decadent, and they just get away with a hell of a lot of shit. And in my mind, I've got it. They occupy, like, their position, their station or whatever in the ship is the highest point in the ship. Doesn't make any sense in space, but we'll go with it. It's Warhammer. But in my mind, I've got this space where they've got literal, like, water fountains and exotic birds and plants and stuff. And this dude's probably got like 3 Eldari already in his station. So it's nothing new to him, right? He doesn't care about this Eldari woman here. But his stories to Giannis Drake has driven Giannis crazy. So he is obsessing about Amelin here, and so that's why he is completely screwed up on the initiative. And so that's a really cool little narrative that I'm starting this off with. I'm going to roll a gambit for. Well, no, I'm going to roll a gambit for Giannis, and but not for Amelin, because I've got something else. I've been reading these ship descriptions here, and those are great. Those are a really cool mechanic. I'm really liking this game. I gotta say, with all the more you sort of read into it, the more you lay your foundations and then read into the extra mechanics and things, it's awesome. And through reading those things, with pretty much also their special rules and things, especially one from Sano and Drake, like, because, for example, Drake gets a free gambit at the beginning of first term, which is perfect, because that's what I'll try. And I'll do something special with Amelin as well, which actually relates to her ship, but with a caveat. It's cool. It's really cool. This is what I've been doing all day. I've been sort of sitting there reading, double checking, what the hell do I do here? What can be the first move? Working it all out. And let me know in the comments if I have completely misinterpreted everything and I have ballsed it. So I guess I will get started. I've already rambled way too much. I've got my coffee here, even though it's 8 o'clock, because I will need it. This thing is a madman, and your brain needs to be on form. So yeah, I'm going to get started, and I've got all my reference books here. This time I'm actually finishing this damn expedition, and if I've got, I'll be reviewing it all the way through, so I probably won't do a review at the end. Maybe I'll talk about the story a bit or something, but yeah, I don't know how long this is going to take. And yeah, I'll get started. Okay, so first stage of any turn is the Destiny phase, which I've done. I did that last video. I rolled those dice up there and placed the two duplicates in the exclusion space or whatever. Then is the initiative phase, which I've also done, as I've just explained. So now the activation rolls come after that, which I have also done. And now comes the actual initiative itself. Now, here's the thing. So there is a special rules for both Amelin's ship and Luxano's ship that I will be using. So for Amelin's ship, if you basically once per expedition, explorer can take the crystal scanning matrix action during their activation, blah blah blah. If it's Amelin, she rolls on a 1. If it's anyone else, they roll on a 6. Okay, so they need to nail a 6 in order to activate this. If the action is taken, you pick a hostile group that has not been activated this turn, swap their initiative card with the card at the end of the combat track. Issue with that is, Amelin's the one at the end. So there's no point in waiting through the entire thing and then swapping it right. The guy at the beginning is UR025, but if you look at his activation dice, they're pretty abysmal. However, I have a 6 in the Destiny dice. So what I'm going to do is use a 6 in the Destiny dice, in addition to those 3. Again, like I said, if that's wrong, let me know in the comments. And I'm going to swap Amelin forward, either between hostile group 3, which is this closest group of guys here, or hostile group 1, which are these fuckers here. And these guys I've been reading up on, and they are no joke. They move three spaces, right? So they're going to be covering a lot of ground. So they can go 1, 2, 3. They can get up here. Oh, yeah, get up here in the first turn, or straight in. They get jam-packed there. So at least 2 of them will be coming in here on the first turn, and the others will be packed in. But where is it? Okay, so they've got this. They have to close to the hex right next to my guys in order to actually attack. But their attacks are pretty badass. Like, they ignore cover, and no defense roll can be made against it. And they have a special rule called the Voltiguy's Field, where if they suffer a wound, then you roll a Destiny dice. If you get a 20, they ignore the wound. But if they've got others of their kind in either the same hex or the adjacent hex, then you add a 2 to that number. So with 2 guys, with 1 guy next to him, then you got to get an 18. And if you get the 18, then he negates a wound. If you've got all 4 of these guys in 2 hexes, then what's that? That's 2, 4, 6. So you're rolling on a 14 plus? No, what is that, a 6? Or is it a 15 plus? 14 plus, I think. Anyway, so if they're all in the bunch together, then that's a real problem. Like these guys not only do some damage if they get close, but they also move fast, so they can get close, and they're hard to kill. So Now, if these guys weren't jamming up here, then the natural thing would be for them to move together. But because there's two paths and this path is jammed up, it's also got two red blocks there, which are impassable. I'm going to split them, go 2 by 2. So there's still a problem on 18 plus. But, the second Sano ship also has an interesting, okay, I can't seem to get it to focus on the thing, so I'll just read it. Warp cloud generator. So it's basically, if it's Lacano, he rolls on a 1, anyone else rolls on a 6, same thing. But if the action is taken, the rest of the turn, explorers are not visible to hostiles unless the hostile is adjacent to the explorer. So I am absolutely going to do that. He also has another ability, which is why I've got this little token here, which is Force Barrier. So basically, this is essentially if you spend a 5+, which I have, you can lay down this force field, and anyone in the same hex as him, they can roll basically a better dice, or if they're already rolling that dice type, then they can roll 2 of them. So it increases their defense. So I'm absolutely going to do that in the first turn as well. Another thing I'm finding out that this UI025 guy is an absolute tank. He's fantastic. Cover is irrelevant to him because he can re-roll failed defense rolls. But that's it. He just gets 2. He just gets to re-roll a failed defense roll, which is awesome. So I'm just going to have him up front of everything. So he's only got 3 action points, but that doesn't seem to be a problem, I don't think. He's got a really great... Now, my activation dice are absolute crap for this turn, but if I were to have a 4 or a 6, then he can put down sustained fire, so he can fire down twice on a 4 or 3 times on a 6 on the same area. I think it's the same hex, or in the adjacent. That's right, yeah. So you can either hit, you can spread it across. Like say if he was here, he could hit these guys, and then the adjacent. I mean, I don't know if it counts with that, but if it was open, he could hit all of these guys with 3 shots, like 1, 2, 3, which is unreal. And Drake has something similar with his 6 move called Flurry of Attacks. Same thing. He can, if he's up close to them, engaged with them, then he can hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 for a 4, or 3 for a 6. And so I'm absolutely going to be using this. And reading these abilities and things are great. I haven't read the other characters. I've only been reading these ones. After this, I'm done with this expedition. I will absolutely be going through this and reading everything and learning about the characters, learning about the enemy and so forth. So, I don't know how this is going to go. And I've already forgotten what I was going to do. Yeah, so I've got to do the when do you do that? You have to do it first? No, that's right, yeah, that's his turn. So I've got to do the gambit first, the free gambit for Giannis. And now, I've forgotten how to do a gambit, which I think is you roll the agility dice, but I'll double check. Oh, there's covering fire, that's right. I'm not going to be using it this turn. So you do the initiative, and then you do covering fire. 2 explorers that are visible to each other can swap positions of their initiative cards on the combat track. So I could actually swap these guys around, but that wouldn't help in this case. So skipping that, don't think it would. No. So skipping that, I'm going straight to the gambits. So in this step, the explorer is going to attempt 1 or more gambits. The player who controls the explorer must first spend 1 of the activation dice. Nope, not this try, because he gets a free one with that. I think strategist first turn, yeah. roll this agility value, which is the triangle dice in this case, this purple one. So if he fails, the initiative card stays where it is. Success, I can swap the initiative card with the closest hostile group initiative card, which would be number 2. Those guys at the back, which is the least problematic. Or if I get a critical success, where am I? Swap the explorer's initiative card with any hostile group initiative card on the combat track. Now I'm thinking, initially I was thinking of swapping it with the 3s, which are occupying this middle mark here. But again, as I said, these guys are a real problem, and I kind of want to lock them out as long as I can. So I might swap it with bring him up to 1 instead, which actually, no, that's absolutely what I'm going to do, because it'll still put him ahead of 3 as well. But what was I doing with Amelin again? Oh, that's right, yeah. With his first turn, I'll do the gambit in a minute, but with his first turn, I'm going to be using one of those destiny dice to move her forward. Oh, actually, yeah, in that case, I don't need to bloody... So in that case, I'll swap... If I'm successful with Yanis, then I'll actually swap him with 3, because they're going to be going last anyway. So that's actually solved that problem. Okay, cool. Okay, so... Gambit. Rolling out... I'll record it. Rolling Yanis's Gambit. Okay, so he failed it. Alright, well, that was all completely bloody useless. It's basically what happened. He got distracted so much by Amelin that he's completely flubbed it. He was even going well. Like, he was sort of charming. She wasn't quite going for it, because why would she? He's this monkey sitting here, like, what the fuck is this guy doing? But he was sitting there, he's charming her, and he was actually, you know, that's Slanesh, right? Yeah, jeez. She's a real problem, isn't she? And he's managed to get her attention. But then UI25 or whatever has called contact, and he's completely flubbed it. That's what that was. He failed it, and now killing moths, and now he's completely blown it, and she's not impressed at all. So now but because she's the shit, she's now going to leave him in the dust, because UI25 has got her covered with that destiny dice, which I will spend. Now, put it in there, and she gets to swap with hostile group 1. Bang, boom, pap. Right. So now she's ahead. And this is the new initiative track here. So, which is good, because those guys are now delayed. And it's also not so bad, because one of Yanis's special things, as I told you, was the flurry of attacks. And that rolls on a 6. I got a 6. So what I'm thinking is he's going to be my cleanup crew for this turn. I'm going to be UI25 has got absolute bollocks rolls. So I'm thinking he ignores cover, like I said. So I'm going to tank him there, as in attract attention to him there, and he's going to get a shot on this Grenadier here. I think this Grenadier is the priority, because he chucks his weapon, ignores rolls. Actually, that's one question I want to ask you guys. On the guardsman thing, the Grenadier, where is it? The grenade here, so all the other weapons are, you know, one hex, roll that dice, 2 to 3 hexes, roll that dice, 4+, roll that dice, right? So, and it makes sense for a las gun to be able to reach from here to here, you know, it's fine, it's not a big space. A grenade, however, like, are you fucking serious? This guy can throw a grenade from there. I mean, I guess, and I'm gonna treat it that way, but is that what you guys do? Like, are you letting these grenadiers throw these grenades on 4+? Well, I mean, infinitely. So yeah, anyway, he's priority for this round. So yeah, so I'm gonna move 2-5 forward. He's going to tank forward. He's going to send, actually I'll do it now. Boom. All right. So that's one dice. Oh, I'll do the one, I guess. He's going to be shooting forth. I'm then going to move Escano, or what is it? Espern Lacano. Going to move him forth up to here in cover, and he's going to lay. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to lay him there in this one, and he's going to lay down that force field there. And then Amelin, because she's just jumped up, is going to go in beside him and gain from his defense that force field, and she's going to target in whoever he's missed, because she's also got a 6, and that allows her to take pretty much a free, ranger scope. So pretty much a free, I thought it was on 6. Oh no, there's the crystal on 6. Okay. Oh well, so on +4, she gets to take a free aimed shot, which means it ignores cover, which means I can pretty much nail this guy here. Oh, that's right, and she re-rolls a miss. Yeah, she re-rolls if she fails it. So she's going to target the sergeant, because he's got 1 extra wound over the others. So UV 426, whatever his name is, he's taken out the grenadier. She's taken the sergeant. Esbern is locking that area down, and Giannis is reacting. Oh, fuck! There was something else too. Esbern, whatever his ship's support feature is, he can make them all invisible. That's what I'm going to do this first turn. Make them all invisible, so these guys aren't going to be shooting until they close to this point. And that's where Giannis comes in to take them all out with his flurry of attacks, because he's got a 6. See? So that actually works out okay with him being there. Alright. This is what I've been doing all morning. Okay, so I'm going to... Now I've forgotten how to bloody do any of this. So I'll take a copy. Alright, so now... Okay, so now I'm basically just shooting this guy, pretty much. Yeah, so I'm shooting the grenadier. LV 426. He's got a clean line straight through there, so the guy's not in cover. And that's the actual hex that we placed him in, so he doesn't have cover anyway. Like they say to put them automatically in cover if it's available, but there's no room there. Anyway, so what's he rolling on? Oh, 2 to 3 range. Yeah, okay, he's rolling on one of these, and special rules. I know, they're just repair and... Yeah, so, okay, come on. Right, rolling. Oh, you son of a bitch. What the fuck? That's 2 freaking misses in a row? Like, what the fuck is this? That's what this night's gonna be like. Alright. Did I spend... I didn't spend a dice for that, did I? Yeah, okay, so that's a dice. I've got 1 more. So I'll spend that one and I'm going to shoot again. Is that what I can do? I think I can do that. Because it's just +1. Alright, so I'm gonna fire again. Okay, 1 hit. At least he's got a wound on that guy at least. I mean, that was pretty freaking abysmal, that was. Alright, so I think I put these counters on these guys. I mean, it makes sense to do it. Alright, so that's the situation there. That grenadier has got an ouchie. Alright, so that's him done. Oh, I did spend a 6. Yep, okay. So you flip him here, and now I move on to Esbern. So when do I do that? What am I going to do again? After the psychic, after the destiny roll is made, Esbern can move 1 discarded destiny die to the available. Okay, yeah, but I wasn't going to use that though, because I've only got 2s in the discarded, so that doesn't matter. Yeah, so that, okay, so I move him now to my grand plan. So he goes 1, 2. In cover, out of cover. In cover. I think out of cover. Actually, no, I'll put him in cover because he's not really doing much else. But anyway, so that was 1. And now I spend the 5 to put down this field. And now he's got 2 left. What can I do with that? I didn't even think of that. +4. Oh no, it's they were just close range. Oh, fuck. How did I do this? I gotta remember how to do this one. Okay, if the ocean has taken the rest of the explorers, okay, so what do I spend? Just one of those. Yeah, okay, so I'm spending one of those, and now they're all invisible. Actually, fuck, no, I'm not. That was 4. I hope it was a 4. I'm spending this 1 in the destiny dice here. Spending that one, and that's going to make him invisible. And now I've got the 2 4s left over because he's going to mess some shit up because he can do it on +4. Oh no, he can't because it's too close. Alright, well he can take 2 shots at him anyway. So with his 3rd eye. So yeah, because I do need to take out that grenader. So 2 to 3. What's that? 1, 2, 3. Is that out? Yeah, 1, 2, 3. So yeah, he's rolling the pink. No, he's rolling these ones, which I've had such immense luck with so far. All right, so I'll do it twice. So I'll spend these. Well, I'll spend 1 for now, and then see how successful it is. Actually, is that an area of effect thing? Don't think so. It's just 1. Yeah, I've noticed there's no area of effect. At least not with these characters anyway. I'm wondering if I'll check through these other guys. Actually, I suppose the flamethrower, Pious Born, she would have area of effect. No, they just the trait of flamer just ignores cover. It's not area of effect. That's weird. You'd think they would be. Like you'd think grenades would do area of effect and so forth. Don't think they do anyway. I'll have to double check. But yeah, anyway, so roll one of these. Okay, go on, you son of a freaking miss. Okay, yes, I am spending that 4. That last one. Rolling again. 1. Okay. God damn it, man. This is what it's going to be like. So, okay, so this guy's dead, which is good. I'm pretty sure he is anyway. He's got 2 wounds, right? It's just the sergeant who's got. So this guy, he gets mind melted by Espana. He just gets absolutely drilled, and he's off. Bing. Okay. Okay. Now what? I think that's him. Well, it's definitely him because I'm out of activation dice. So flip him over. Now it's Amlin. It's up to her, and she's got a pretty good spread. She's got. Oh, not really. She's got that 1/6, which is what I'll use for the range scope shot. So 1. So 1, 2. She'll move up to his side. She's now in the force field, and also invisible to these guys. And she's going to take a range shot on the sergeant, spending that, which she gets to re-roll if she misses. So spending the 6. She's rolling on a 2, 3. Oh, wait, what's that? That's probably 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's definitely 4. So she's rolling on that. So I have to roll this thing, and if I miss, I get to re-roll it with my lucky blue dice. All right, so here we go. 1 hit. Okay, so he's down to 2 because he's a sergeant. Crack. Alright. Alright. So that was that. And now she's still, and she can still take, maybe I'll take another aim shot. Because I've got 2 I can use 2 of those. Yeah, may as well, right? Like, so I can't really do anything else with it. So I'll take another aim shot, but yeah, so it ignores color. So, oh, was it this one? It's this one. Boom! Nailed him. Oh. You know, I'll get the camera shot. This guy's just like forward burger. His head just gets taken off. He's out. Okay, that was cool. That worked pretty well. Nice. All right. So that's her. She's still got one, but I don't really know what else. What else can they do? They can just do things like search and stuff. That costs like 4. So they can move, they can recuperate, which she doesn't need. They can search, which is +4. Nothing to search anyway, and she can summon, which is irrelevant. So oh, she can Overwatch, can't she? So but it's a -3, -1, so she'd be overwatching on a 2, which I mean is irrelevant anyway. So yeah, okay, she'll overwatch. So what do? You have to, I guess I am overwatching with this dice. I don't know. I'm actually not entirely sure of how Overwatch works, because you can already see this guy. So I guess just the moment he moves, does she get to take a shot? That's how I'm going to play it. But I might read tomorrow and find out that's not the case. In fact, what am I doing? I'll read now. Carry out weapon actions as described text. An Overwatch dice can be used. Yep, just did it. Carry out hostile activation. Okay, yeah. So that's it. So the moment this guy, or this guy, I'm guessing it's this guy because he's closest. The moment he, and they go in order of closeness. The moment he moves, she's going to take a shot at him. That's how I'll do it. Then again, does she take, because both her long rifle and her power blade are one on one. Because I'm rolling it on a 2 now, because it's -1 for the Overwatch. He's moving in 2, so he's going 1, 2. He's going right to them, so he's in range of her power blade. So does she Overwatch on the power blade, or does she Overwatch on the shot? I'm guessing, like, does she Overwatch there the moment he moves, or does she Overwatch on the end of his move? Let me know in the comments, because I'm curious about that. I'm thinking probably the end of his move. I mean, that's more convenient for me, but no, more logically would be the moment he steps out, because that's the point of Overwatch, right? But he would still be completing his move. I'm going to play it as a shot the moment he steps out. Let me know what you guys do. Okay, so alright. So she's Overwatching. Her turn is done. Okay, now for these fuckers. Number 3. Well, it's these fuckers. Okay, so I'll find out right now. Right, okay, what do I do again? I think I have to roll for this chart, I think. Groups reached. First, a reinforcement roll is made. Okay, well, I don't need, oh, actually, no, I do, because I've killed 2 of them now, haven't I? Oh, wait, I need to do the initiative. So who killed them? He killed one and she killed one, didn't he? So they both get initiative points. Where, oh, inspiration points, I mean. So what do they look like? Inspiration points, okay, so they get 1 each. These ones up here. They get 1 and a 1, yep, okay. I guess you just put them up here, I suppose. Keep track of them. Can't remember, I think it's 4 that they need. Or 3 and then the 4th does it. I'll have to check that. Yeah, so he's moving. So I have to roll for the reinforcements, that's right. Okay. Where am I? Reinforcement rolls. When the initiative card for a hostile group is reached, the hostile player must make a reinforcement roll if any hostiles in the group have been slain. To make a reinforcement roll of the group, roll a Blackstone dice, which is a d20. Okay, here's another question I've got. So it says here, if you roll for example, the guardsmen are small size. So if I get a 1, it says 6. If I get a 2, 4, 3 onward, and then nothing for 4 plus. There are 2 guys who are dead already, dead now. If I get that 1 though, do 6 come back or do just those 2 come back? I'm going to play. Actually, I've only got 5 off the board. I've only got 5 spare. So maybe it must be just the 2 then. Yeah. Okay. So because they're whichever one they are. What are they? 3. 3. Yeah. Yeah. So 3. They are 6 Trader Guardsmen. So I'm guessing that's their total. Like they don't go over 6. We're not pulling in another 6 every time. Yeah, no, that wouldn't. Okay, cool. So I'm going to roll a Blackstone. Oh, do I do it for both? No, just for 1, right? Just for per group. That's right, yeah. All right, so Blackstone going out. What is that? 15. Okay, well, I mean, no. So they failed. Good. All right. So now, so now what? Behavior roll. Determine the action. Yeah, so now I just roll for them, right? Alright, so Blackstone for their behavior. So here's a las gun. Las rifle. That only matters when he's firing, doesn't it? Alright, yeah, so I'll just roll a Blackstone. Going out. 2. Alright, so what does he get for 2? Hold. Oh, okay, well he's screwed. No, yeah, because there's no line of sight to an explorer because they're all hidden. Okay. Good. All right. Cool. So yeah. So the next guy, who's this guy here, is a flamer. Rolling for him. Blackstone going out. 11. 11. Advance. Yep. Okay. So they advance 2. He's gone straight in and he's been detected. She's getting the, actually no, she's getting the Overwatch on here, that's right, because I was saying that before, wasn't I? So, spending this Overwatch thing, she's rolling. What was it again? Oh, because now he's in 2 within 3, so now it's one of these. Yep. One of these, going out. Oh, for fuck's sake, man. God. Alright, so we'll screw them. So much for that shit. So he goes in and he's engaging. Well, now he's detected them. And that was it though, wasn't it? Because he didn't have. It was just an advance order. It doesn't say to advance and attack. So okay, all right. So this is where Drake's going to come in, because I imagine most of these guys are probably going to get in here. So Drake's going to come in and do his flurry across all of them. All right. So the next one is the second last gun. Blackstone going out. 5. Sneak. Okay, what does that mean? Make a move that ends as close as possible to an explorer without entering a hex that is visible to any explorers. Okay, so I guess that means, so it's this guy here. He's got 2, so he can't go there or there or there. So 1, 2, I'm thinking. 1. I'm guessing here to cover on that side. So he's sort of, he's this guy's reacted. He's just said, oh, what? And he's gone, what's that? So he's snuck in to try and see what's going on, even though he still can't see him. That makes sense. So all right, next guy, pistol dude, Blackstone going out. 6. Sneak as well, so he's done the same. He's heard some shit's going down. What the fuck's going on? He snuck out here to try and... Oh, he's gone to the cover. Yeah, 1, 2 to the cover point here, but he still can't see them. You'll see them next initiative. But, alright, then this lad's gun. 18. 18 is charge. This dude's done the exact opposite. He's just like, fuck, it's on. He's the rookie. He's the excitable one. So he's just gone, what the fuck? Jumped in, he's running, he's found this huge lumbering robot just sitting right there. These guys, he's like, oh, fuck. And before he, that's their turn, isn't it? Alright, so 3. And before he even gets a chance to react, Giannis is going to jump in and slay him, but that's after group 2 gets to move, which are these guys way up here, which are all the same thing. So the first dude is a flamer, Blackstone going out. 18, it's the same thing, isn't it? Charge. No, left side, okay. And what is charge exactly? Is that, move towards the closest, then attack an explorer that is adjacent and visible to this. Oh, hang on, should that guy have attacked then? Because they were hidden. Oh, I suppose it would be, yeah, because, okay, so he gets to attack, He'll, alright, so, that guy's on charge as well, but we'll do this guy's charge first. And he's got a las gun. Range, he's rolling one of these, so going out. Oh, fuck you. Fucking critical on this guy. Yeah, but he's got that reroll, doesn't he? Oh, but that was a... Okay, so yeah, he gets to roll a defense, and then if it fails, he gets to reroll. God fucking damn it, goddamn critical. If a vitality roll for yours is a critical success, you can turn 1 grievous wound counter to a wound. Okay, so anyway, so he's got a grievous wound, but, well, he may potentially have a grievous wound, but he gets to roll one of these and see if he can do it. 1, okay, so he's taken that. What does that mean? That means he's taken it down to a standard wound. Oh no, it's not on him, it's on the actual thing, isn't it? So yeah, you put them on the actual markers instead. Ah, damn it. Okay. He's only got 2. Alright, well, Giannis, it's up to you, buddy. But this guy charges first. I guess that because he can't see them, he only moves 2, I suppose. So quickest line, so I guess he'll go down on this flank here. So 1, 2. Next guy, who's a sergeant. Stone 2. Hold. He's holding. Good. Right. Next guy, the las gun. 1. Holding. 6 for this second las gun up here, which is a sneak. So he's sort of heard some shit, and he's what's he gonna do? He's gonna go. I suppose he's gonna come out on the flank here and try and get a line on something. And then the last guy, which is the, oh no, second last gun. Oh no, they were both hold, weren't they? And then man, this is, you gotta keep track on this shit. So the last pistol guy, 17, charge. Yeah, this guy's the other rookie. What the fuck? He's running in as well, trying to, so he sort of snuck to the back to try and get a line. Oh, actually, that guy went the wrong way, didn't he? Because I forgot he can't pass that. So maybe he will actually have gone up here as well. Okay. Alright. Yep, so that's it. That's 2 done. And full. Mediocre. Right, so now it's Giannis, and it's up to you, you fuck. So if he, I guess he's just going into these two here and taking these two on that flurry. Because yeah, that guy's in cover, that guy's engaged. So one, or maybe you go there, because that negates the cover, doesn't it? If he's right next to it, pretty sure that's the case. Yeah. So yeah, D is not in cover. It says here, D is not in cover from C because the cover hex side between C and D is part of the hex that C occupies. So yeah, all right. So it negates the cover. So yeah, Giannis spending a 2. Actually, I've got to remember that 4 Destiny dice up there as well. I think Giannis is going to spend all of this shit. So I might so he's my star. He's my all-star now. So what I'm thinking, I might actually jump him up to there, do a shot on him, then jump across and do a flurry on all of them, and then maybe use another Destiny dice to take a shot on him. Like this guy's just flipping around. He's like a harlequin, and this may be completely illegal in the game. So let me know. But I might find it out tomorrow if I'm reading extra, yeah, whatever. So, all right. So he's jumping ahead into this space. He's taking a shot on the flamer. Actually, he's in the next. So he's doing a rapier shot, which I think they're the same. Yeah, they're the same. I think it's better 4 actually. You need to do a flurry of attacks. He'll do a flurry. He's going to do 2 flurry of attacks. He's going to do a 2 hit there, and then another 2 hit there. It sounds dodgy. I don't know if I can do this, but you might only be able to do once. Doesn't say you can't. This sounds dodgy, so I'm not surprised. I would not be surprised if he can't do it. But Giannis is a special Giannis. He can do it twice in this game. In this game alone. So, all right. So he spent that 2 on the move. He's going to spend a 4 on the Destiny dice here, and he's going to do a flurry of 2 hits, spreading across the flamer. Actually, both on the flamer. If the first one kills him, then cool. All right. On the triangle, using the triangle dice. 1 hit. I'll go for the next. No. Okay, so you got 1 hit on the flamer. For blow. And now he's going to jump across, spend another dice to here. Spend 5, and then he's going to use the 6 to do 3 hits on sharing. I'm going to start with this guy, and then to him. So, fuck off. 2 critical good, bang, takes him, and now I've got 1 left. And he gets an initiative thing or inspiration thing, whatever. And then 1 more for the pistol. Fucking god damn it, man. This is atrocious. And he's still got 2 dice. Oh no, he spent that 6, didn't he? He's still got 1 dice left. So I will take another hit on him. Yeah, I'll take another hit on this guy because he's in cover from them, but he's not in cover, and neither is he. So they've kind of got those 2 covered. So I'll put a hit on him. Okay, come on, you son of a bitch. 1. Alright. So that wasn't great. Flipped his. Oh, now these fuckers move now. Okay, so they can't see. Oh, actually, can they see them now? Because these guys, I'm going to assume not, because the turn is still going, and that vortex thing. Well, that's the defense. No, that's the, yeah, you know what I mean. For it's still engaged in the first turn, so they still can't see him. So they're going to split up and go 3 each. 1, 2, 3. These guys are going to go straight forward. 1, 2, 3. These guys are a problem. So okay, so that's flipped that. So that's the first turn done. Drink coffee. Right. As you learn and habitualize these actions, I can see this actually moving quite quickly. I really like this game. I do. I'm going to play the rest of the expedition, but I'll probably, in the editing, I'll probably speed it right up, because I think that whole thing took like a good half hour or so, just that first turn. So I'll probably speed through the rest of them until like key things happen. And yeah, so alright, I'll do this next initiative deck, because I think that's what you do. I think you sort of re-roll all this, you re-roll the destiny dice, and you reshuffle this. I'll read it all now, and I'll set up that next turn, and I'll speak through it. Okay, so first stage is the destiny dice. Okay, now I'll read these. Destiny dice going out. 2 2s, oh, 2 far. Jesus, that's a horrible roll. Okay, so it's a 4. In that case, I might use that special thing that Sano does. So right now I've got a 1 4, and then these doubles, which go, yeah, what were they? They were 2 2s, wasn't they? Damn it, there. Okay, so but I think he's got that thing, or one of them does. What do these guys have? Okay, yeah, duplicate rolls are not discarded. Okay, yeah, so I'm absolutely going to do that. Once per action, yeah, so I'm doing that. What does he have? Pick a hostile group for the rest of the turn that re-roll failed attack rolls for attacks that target him. For the rest of that turn, re-roll failed attack rolls. Oh, I am absolutely doing it for these guys. Okay, these guys are getting that. Absolutely. For the rest of that turn, re-roll. Maybe I should wait for the next turn. No, because they'll be closing this turn, won't they? I've redone the initiative thing, so I don't know what they'll be in. Maybe I should do it for that next turn. Yes, I'm absolutely moving these destiny dice down there, so now all of them are in. So that's awesome. And yeah, I will do that re-roll, because I'm going to use all those fucking destiny dice to take these fuckers out. Alright, so I'll do the initiative thing now. I just shuffled them, and I will try to do it one-handed. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is it one? No, oh yeah, 7. Yeah, up to me. Alright, so first up, Giannis. Second up, hostile group 1, which is those. No. Oh, it's these guys. Oh, damn it. So Giannis is going to have to pull some shit in this first turn. Alright. Then it's, oh, nice, tank boy. Amelin. Fucking Perla. Okay, good shit. Oh, and these guys are last. Oh, sucks to be them. Okay, so, alright, so these guys are priority then. These fuckers. So Giannis is going to close How many sixes? No, I haven't rolled for these yet, have I? So, oh, I should have done that first. Okay, all right, damn. All right, well, I'll roll, and I think you have to do these one at a time. So I'm rolling activation dice for Armlin. 5. I'll speed all this up. 6, nice, liking that. 4. 2, okay. Now for you are whatever, I can only get to roll 2 because he's got a wound. I might, because these guys are still out wide, I might use a recuperation for him. I might chance that because he gets a power claw hit on this guy. So it's probably going to take him out. He's only got 1 wound. I might do that. Alright. Oh, also I've got to take this out, don't I? This off. Alright, so, what am I doing? Oh yeah, 2 for him. Okay, so 2, yeah, nice one. And 6, nice, okay, good. 6, what can he do for 6? Oh, he can do the 3 sustained fire, yeah, okay, nice. So what I'm probably going to do is probably going to do a power hit on him, then move up into a sustained fire into all 3 of them. Okay, so now I'm rolling for Esperon Locarno. Oh, actually, fuck. What if I'm... Alright, I'll do these first. Alright, 4, 3, 4. Okay, my last is 4s. Alright, there's not much you can do on... Oh no, you can do a Force Orb Cane. Okay, so maybe I'll get him to... Where's he sitting on the... Oh, he's pretty much last. Okay, well he can be the cleanup then, at the end. Alright, and now for Giannis, you badass. You good thing. Okay, 3. Okay, that's not so good. 6. That's what I'm after. That's a bucket. 4. 4's good too, because that's another 2 hit. Oh, okay, that's pretty good. Nice. Okay, all right. So this is gonna be a bit of a make or break. Not really, because they're not even. I've only got 1 wound on them. So oh, I've got to remember to re-roll the reinforcements. All right. Okay, so first up is Drake, the Magic Man, the Wonder Bunny. What's he gonna do? Should he just jump straight the fuck in and do a flurry? Oh, actually, even can he though? Oh, I don't think he can. You know, 1, 2, I can't do. Because that's a close range thing, isn't it? Yeah, it is the close range thing. Maybe you do it on the other 2 then, because this guy can do a flurry of attacks, suppressive fire on them. I think. Yeah, he just does it on that dice rather than that one. I mean, let's be honest here. I'm not having much luck with either of them, so fucking may as well. So okay, so I think that's probably what he's going to do. He's going to put 3 rounds down onto those fucks. Giannis is going to jump in. 1. No. I was hoping you would be able to jump in and get both of them, but so maybe because these guys have both got wounds. Is there anything I can? And the attacker is an adjacent hex. He can immediately take a pistol and rapier weapon action. Oh, that's cool. It's like a counter. Man, some of these are really cool. I like them. Alright, well, he's going to take out this guy because he's behind cover. Actually, I just realised these guys aren't behind cover from, so that's really good. You can get 3 hits on ignoring cover on them. What you doing, Giannis? What you doing? You're the one child. You're the one who has to do this shit. Actually, I can spend. I've got a fuckload of dice. No, so I can move. I'm gonna move him up. Two moves, and do a fucking hellstorm on these guys. This feels dodgy. Surely, I mean, I can only use 2 destiny dice. I know that's a rule. But can I really have 6 moves in this? Like, that sounds too much. But I'm gonna do it. Because fuck those guys. So I'll use one of those 2s to move him. I'll use 2 of those 2s to move him up and get him into close quarter with them, which is not a good thing, because I know those guys are actually really good at close quarter. But this is a critical set. Yeah. Now, what was their thing again? They okay, roll the Blackstone dice each time a wound or grievous wound. So every time they do a wound, they get to re-roll to maybe negate it. Okay. Right. Alright, well that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to spend those 2s, and he's going to move 1, 2, 3, and he's in. Oh, I know he's in cover. Too late. Alright. Tell me if I totally broke the rules then. Actually, so I know there's a limit on 2 destiny dice. Is that per person, or is that across the board? Like, have I just used all my destiny dice? For this turn, because this is a mechanic game, I'm going to use all of them. But let me know if I'll have to reread it. But let me know if that's the case. So yeah, but anyway, so now I'm gonna spend this 6. Yeah, it sounds like I'm pushing shit here. Yeah, okay. Anyway, so spending the 6. I'm gonna do, what was it again? It's on the triangle, going out 3 times. Right, 1 hit. No hits. No hit. God damn it, man! Like fucking jeez. And these guys get to re-roll on it too, for an 18. Yeah, and they didn't get it. So one of them gets a goddamn wound, and that was it. That's all he got. Fuck hell. It's not good. All right. Well, I'm absolutely spending the fucking rest of them. But I'm gonna spend this 3. I'm gonna. Oh, actually, I can do it another flurry on both of those, so I won't spend the 3. I'll spend the 5 and get 2 hits on that. So I'll roll 2. Gonna do it again. Spend a fucking 4. Rolling 2. 1. Oh, and he gets to re-roll. 18, 16. Thank fuck. So he gets. Did I have 2 or 3 wounds? 2. So he dies, but the other guy is completely unharmed. That's a fuck, man. He's got 1 more, which I probably can't actually use. I'm probably breaking the rules there. But, God, fucking damn it, dude. Holy shit. 1. Alright, and he gets to reroll on a 20 now. 1. Alright. Good, so he gets a wound on him. God, fucking damn, that's abysmal, dude. Fucking tragedy. Alright, so Giannis is fucking out for the count. God damn it. I just forgot I got to... What was I gonna do? Okay, for that rest of the turn, re-roll failed attacks. I forgot. Yeah, I won't do it. I'm gonna save it for next turn. But I could have decimated them after all, man. Because that was all failed attacks. That was like Jesus Christ. This is a good game, man. I really like this game. I'm definitely gonna use it next turn because these guys are gonna be gunning straight for him. All right. So now, where's you go? Oh, it's these guys go now. Oh, these guys up here. Alright, so they need to do their thing. Alright, so first dude is a pistol guy. Roll in. Oh, what? 6. Sneak. Okay, so he got ahead of himself before, but now he's sneaking in. Maybe I should be careful. Alright, next guy, Flamer. 17. Charge. Okay, this guy got initiative now. 1, 2. Oh, he's still only rolling 2, isn't he? So next guy, the lads. 12. Advance. I mean that's the same, right? 1, 2. Sergeant. 5. Sneak. Bringing them down. I mean, that's probably closer. I'll keep them together. Makes sense. 19 charge. And this dude is running in right here. Oh, I didn't know which hex he was in. It's probably that one. 2. Okay, so that's them. You are the big hope with your nothing. So I guess I'll power claw this first fucker. Yeah, because it's on a 1. So, and I roll 2 of those. So I'll power claw. No. I've got to try and recuperate. So I think that multiple hit thing, the sustained fire goes one after another. The target chosen for the second and third attacks must either be the same as the target of the first attack or in the same hex as or an adjacent hex to the target of the first attack. So does that mean I can hit this guy as well? Because he's in an adjacent an adjacent hex to the target of the first attack. Like, it didn't say adjacent hex to him, it said adjacent hex to the target. So that's that. So I'm going to take both of those guys on this. Alright, so I'm spending that. I'm spending 1 to recuperate, and I've got to roll recovery. Oh, hang on, he's got special rules, doesn't he? Repair systems. The vitality roll. Did I re-roll the failed defense from the last? Oh god, I'm just forgetting everything. If a vitality roll for you, whatever, is a critical success, you can turn 1 grievous wound counter to. I mean, alright, doesn't really matter because I don't have a grievous one. So I'll do a vitality roll. Okay. So vitality roll for. Oh, I'll spend this. Now vitality roll going out. Yeah, fuck yeah. Do we get a anything for getting a critical? Nothing happens. Remove up to 2. Okay. Right, so yeah, he's only got 1. So gone, which is awesome. And now for letting loose on these 2 fucks. Okay, so what do I do with that? I roll one of these 3 times. Because they're both within 2 and 3. Okay, so come on, you. Yes. Okay, well that was overkill, so this guy gets obliterated. He's just he's flipping in the air and everything. He's like out of there. Okay, second. And I've got 3, so this is second of 3. Yeah, flipping around. It's like a kung fu film. He's gone. Okay. Alright, so that made up for it. Okay, that was a good turn. Alright. So, alright. You fucking saw it through, dude. You were the shit. Okay. Amelin, on you, girl. You have a 6, don't you? In fact, I've got those destiny dice there. I'm wondering if I should do something with him. So I'm wondering if I could. He only moves 1, but if I could get him forward and put a double shot on them with the with 4 basically. Or I can move in. No, because that'll be a waste. Yeah. So if I. Yeah, okay, here's where I'm starting to doubt. I'm starting to think that I am overusing this Destiny Dice activation thing. Because this sounds a bit too convenient. But I'm going to do it. So let me know in the comments. So I'm going to spend 2. I'm going to look it up on Reddit and stuff tomorrow. Like before I play any other games in the future, I will look it up online elsewhere to see if I don't get any response in the comments from the 3 of you, or it's probably 1 of you by now who's watching. I'll make sure I figure that out. But yeah, so he's moving 1, and he's putting a double hit on them. Okay, so 2 fucking critical. So boom, that thing's gone. This freaking seriously. Okay, and the last one. Oh, I missed. All right, so Jesus, he fucking cleaned it this turn. He absolutely cleaned it this turn. He fucking nailed it. Giannis is just looking over like, well, he's supposed to be the rock star. You know, he's supposed to be the special dude. Amlin was watching. She was watching that. Now she's looking at fucking this AI robot thing. Because she doesn't care. She's been around. She's lived for 1,000 years or whatever. You know, she's seen the monkeys. She's tried the towel and the croot and the whatever. You know, she's been there. Has she tried an AI though? That's something else. They've got some impersonal, antisocial sort of way about them that's a bit intriguing, you know, like she's double thinking now. So, second guessing. And what she's not second guessing about though is this free aimed shot. She'll ignore the cover, so I'll spend the 6. Get the roll of that. That's 4, is that 4? 1, 2, no, it's 3. Okay, so she's rolling triangle and ignoring cover. Okay, this dice was legit. I'm gonna fucking. All right, so ignoring cover 1. All right, so you got to hit him at least. Oh, I now get to roll to defend that, don't I? So 20, 15, no, he fell. Okay. Okay. Now she's going to run up and gank him. She's going to run up and gank him. So she can move 3, so she can absolutely do that. She's bolted in 1, 2, and 2 of these. That was not a roll. Okay, even though it was a hit, I should probably claim it as a roll, but alright, so oh fuck. Boom. She just ran the fuck up. Just fucking backhanded him out of the goddamn stadium. Okay, sweet. Done. More and more I'm becoming convinced that I am screwing this system a little too much, because I'm wiping the floor of these guys now. Oh, I didn't do that, did I? Okay, yeah, that was 2 hits. So now she's got 4. Oh, how does she? +4. You can do a search, can't you? But I think you have to be on the actual thing to do that. Search +4. Spore can take an action if they are in the hex that contains discovery marker. They spend 3 inspiration points, or if they spend 3 inspiration points. Oh fuck! I haven't been laying this. Oh god damn it! How many guys did he take out? He took out a whole bunch of them. Ah, damn it! I've completely forgotten how many everyone's taken out. Like these inspiration points, so they're just not happening. So he took out at least 2. So he's getting at least 2. What can they 2? And she just took out 1. Okay, so she's got 2 now. Giannis, he took out 1, didn't he? Yeah, okay. So I think that's what happened. But there were two of them there. Did he take that guy? Or did she? She took one of them. I think he took the one of them. Because I had that fucking absolutely pearl session with all those rolls. So I'm going to give him a 3rd, but I'm not sure if that's right. What do I do with that? Remember, this is a mechanic learning phase, okay? So I'm not carrying this game on afterwards. So I'm not, I'm going to make sure I know all this shit before I play a serious game. Oh, and I think before I started this turn, I think I was supposed to pull a some card out or something, a legacy card. I think that's what it was. I'll double read, yeah. Okay, I'll read that. Oh, man. So what am I doing? Oh, the fucking inspiration. Man, this is a very complex, very cool game. I really like it. This is like half of the game, This is like, well, not even. This is like a third of the game. Because like, there's the challenge cards, there's the precipice, there's all the resources and shit that you get. And I'm not even going to get to that stuff in this video. I might even wrap this up pretty soon. Like I'll just do a search mechanic thing and see what happens there. I'll check out the legacy cards. And like this has been enough for a reaction, and my opinion is sort of made up. So I'll just finish this. I'll play a legacy card, and then I'll wrap up the video. And I'll talk a bit about the story and stuff like that, I guess, maybe. But I'll figure out what to do. Okay, so it looks like because he's gotten 3, whether he's actually gotten 3 or not, but I'll say he's gotten 3 just so I can flip the inspiration card and find out what that means. Because I haven't actually looked yet at what that means. So I'm going to spend 3 inspiration cards, flip his card, and what does that do? Looks the same. Oh no, he rolls on different dice. +1, but yeah, +1. Oh, okay, yeah, and so his super sustained fire goes on 1 dice less, and he's rolling on different dice. So it's sort of like a buff. The defense dice and stuff. Yeah, they're all the same. Still moving on 1. He's got a plus there. Oh, he's got 1 there too. Rush. Increase the move value from 1 to 2 if an activation dice with a score of +4 is spent. Oh, okay. See, I didn't see that. Oh, and now it's +2. So yeah, he's basically just in super mode. He's in turbo mode now. That's cool. How long does it last? 1 turn? Till the end of the expedition. So he's like this for the remainder of the expedition. Holy shit. He's a fucking powerhouse. Damn, okay. Well, shit. Alright. So that's cool. Oh, I didn't flip her thing. I spent all the... No, she's still got a dice left. Well, that's right, because I was reading about the search, wasn't I? But you have to be actually in the hex, so I'm going to spend that to put her in the hex so she can do a search next time. So that one is spent. Maybe I should just do the Destiny dice just to do... Yeah, I'll do that for the video, whether I can actually use it or not. I'm going to do it for the sake of the video just to see what happens when you do a search. Search. Okay, oh, and I'll have to take a legacy card out too, don't I? Because I forgot that. Spindle nanovirus. Sorry, there. Roll the Blackstone dice before an explorer uses the support ability or facilities of a spacecraft on a 1, which, and I've used them all anyway. On a 1, 10, or 20, the support ability or facilities have malfunctioned and cannot be used by anyone until... Well, fuck. So did I use that this turn? That would have negated that. That would have actually shut that down. So, yeah, so this game's gone to shit. Like, that... I did use it this turn, didn't I? Yeah, so that would have negated it. Alright, so yeah, this expedition's gone to shit. So I probably would not have killed those, at least one of those guys until after the next expedition. So it shuts it down. That's a badass. Okay. Wow. All right. Yeah. Okay. All right. So I'll do a search thing now. Remove the discovery marker from the hex if there is one, and draw the top card from the discovery card deck and place it beside the explorer's character card. Where's the discovery deck? Is that... No, that's the legacy one. Oh, it's there. Okay. Right. So I move this. What is it? Nanotech. Archaeotech, I mean. All right. So she's found an Archaeotech, which you can now spend at the precipice later on, which I will do. Probably after this turn, actually. I might just do that now, actually, because there's not much that he can do. He can kill this guy, I suppose. This last dude. So Force Orb Cane with a +4. What does that do? Just hammers. Alright, well, he'll spend 1 dice, spend a 3, move into this guy, 1, 2. Yeah, well, he'll spend a 4 to hit him with a Force Orb Cane. Alright, this dice going out. Hit. Oh, he's got one ready. Okay, he's gone. Oh, break the goddamn thing. And he gets an inspiration point. Yeah, I mean, this game's pretty much done. I've played enough to learn what to do. I will now trade one of these this architect thing for, I think you pull out 3 resource cards. Okay. Like, I'll just say that she's gone to Giannis's. She's gone to Giannis. He's managed to get her back to show her his resources. All right, so he's laid out. He's trying to get her with his Anzian's pseudo genitor, which is a discard this card to take the following action with this explorer direction +1. Pick a hostile that is adjacent and visible to this explorer. That hostile suffers a number of wounds equal to the score of the activation dice used in this action. Oh, okay. Adjacent to visible. Invisible. Hostile suffers a number of wounds. So if you spend a 6, he's getting 6 wounds. So you're wiping this guy, basically. Alright, so she can take that. Or, oh, hang on. Oh, it's worth 1. Okay, oh, that's worth a 3. Right. So the only one she can get is this one. But Giannis is trying to lay her. So he might be giving her a discount here. But anyway, so she can get the Info Slave Skull. Discard this card when the combat card that is an... Yeah, discard this card when a combat card that is an ambush is drawn. Discard the combat card and replace it with a card drawn at random from the encounter cards that were placed back in the game box during setup. So you basically get to re-choose on an ambush card. That's pretty good, actually. But the other one was on a 5, which is pretty hardcore. Raiment. What's that? I don't know that word. Of the Technomata. Use this card in the recovery step or event phase to remove 1 wound counter from this explorer. Which one? The recovery step. Okay. So like a free wound heal. Or to turn 1 grievous wound counter of the explorer's card to the wound. That sounds 5 sounds expensive for that. But what do you reckon? Well, that sounds pretty expensive for that. But then again, I mean, I suppose you're going to be collecting a whole bunch of this stuff. I don't know how much you're going to be gathering over a whole entire game. So maybe, and they would have play tested the shit out of this, so one would think. So it's probably legit. Okay, so that goes back in the discovery pile. So yeah, okay. So I'm gonna wrap this expedition up here. This test expedition, which I may have absolutely failed at. All in all, I freaking love this game. I think it's fantastic. I'm interested in all these little special ability tokens here. Like I used that force one before, but I'm looking forward to reading up on all the characters and finding out what else they can all do. I'm looking forward to doing an expedition with Vaughn and Atius or whatever, because I freaking love those two. Also, Groot sounds pretty cool as well. He's got these booby traps that he can lay down. I'm looking forward to getting into doing a challenge card. I haven't read any of those. I might read one of those later. Actually, I will. Counter card? Oh no, these are those. It's in the exploration card, isn't it? Challenge. Okay. So, right. Deal out 1 discovery card for each explorer and place them face up in a row in leader order. Each explorer can attempt to take 1 of the cards. Hey. In order to take an architect card, the explorer must make a number of agility rolls equal to the card's value and not fail any of them. In order to take a clue card, the explorer must make 3 agility rolls and not fail any of them. Okay, well that's not going to happen. Not with my bloody rolling. If an explorer fails any of the rolls, they suffer 1 wound for each roll that they... Oh, I'm fucked. That's where you need that card, okay? That other card. After each explorer that wishes to do so has attempted to take a card, any cards that remain are shuffled back into the discovery deck. So, once you've done that, that doesn't count as an expedition, does it? Or does it? I have to read that, because it's either a combat or a challenge, or an ambush that you get, right? So once you've changed this, I'll have to double check that. But I mean, I suppose it does, doesn't it? Because you still get an architect, and then you get to spend it. And okay, so I suppose that makes sense. Yeah. So okay, this is great, cool, awesome game. I'm only tip of the iceberg with it, and plus there's the expansions. I know they're really hard to get hold of, so I probably won't wind up doing so. Let me know in the comments if they've really enhanced, if those expansions really enhance the game or not. I've got a lot to learn already anyway, so I won't need them for fucking ages. Don't know how much time I'm gonna have to play it, but I will. I'll give it a go because it's great. The story, I mean, not much to say, I suppose. I mean, it's good. I love the setting. I really like something I didn't talk about in the last sort of videos with the Obsidious or whatever. I like his story. How it's got to do with at the tail end of the Horus Heresy, or actually I think it's right in the thick of the Horus Heresy. When Cadia fell and all the pylons, the webway pylons fell in, he got sucked, his ship got sucked in, and he ended up here. And it's like the fortress actually caught him into it, because he re-emerged, his ship re-emerged embedded within the fortress, and then it got cut up, because the fortress folds in on itself, and it cut up the ship up and spread his guys all the way throughout the fortress, and the fortress is now using him as defense, as the defense system. I really like that whole concept. That's really cool. The spindle drones are a bit weird, narratively, because like they, if you take them out, they just melt into the environment. But if you try to capture one, then the maglev doesn't work conveniently, so the fortress is not letting you take it out. Well, why the fuck did the fortress let them in? If it's got that much articulate control over the maglev, why is it letting them in the first place? Like, why doesn't it just shut them down and let them starve? Like that's they could have tried a bit harder on that. Why don't they just say that they just disintegrate? You can't capture them, or something, or they're just useless. They captured them, they tried it out, and they couldn't get any info out of them. Whatever, some little lie like that. But anyway, the little book. This was good. I mean, it's just a chapter. I liked it. It's written very well, obviously. The guy, Darius Hinks, he's obviously a very good writer. Nice, literally sort of feel. I don't like his actual way of writing action, though, and this goes for most writers, and that's probably just a personal eccentricity of me, I'm guessing, because most writers write this way, and most people, I've never heard people complain about it, so it's probably just me. But it just seems there's a fight scene in this where Giannis, someone's got a bead on him, like someone's got a rifle and it's gonna shoot at him, so he ducks in and stabs the guy, right? And like, you read through half the paragraph before you even know any sort of urgent action is happening. Like, you're reading through and he shook his head and then ran through and drove it, like it took too many steps to get to that actual point. Like, just say, like, Giannis dashed forward and slashed him through the heart before they even knew it was happening. Like, that sentence, bang, it just happens, boom, takes it out. And most authors seem to not do that. They seem to pad it out. For some reason, he shook his head in the sentence. He shook his head, and then he ran for, like, it took him a couple of sentences to get through that whole thing. And that's just a gripe that I have with most authors. And absolutely no criticism of this guy. I just don't get it, because this guy can obviously write really well. I imagine he's an established Warhammer 40k writer, which he's probably got multiple novels, and it's great. It's really cool. Like, I like the I'm intrigued by Groot with his little cages of insects and stuff that he's got hanging all over him. I looked on the model and I can't see any on there, so I don't know what they relate to or anything. Let me know if you guys have read this book, the full book itself, and let me know if it's good. Because that's one thing. I want to read a Warhammer book, but fuck knows which one to start, because there's just so many of them and they're all over the place. So I don't know which are good, which are a good place to start, which ones are sort of for people who are, well, for OG lore enthusiasts, or yeah, let me know. Maybe it's one of Darius's that you'll recommend. But yeah, all in all, this is great. It's fantastic. I don't think, I didn't see Games Workshop having any other solo play games, so I'll take a look and see if there are any more, and if so, then I might save my money and get one of those as well and do a similar thing. I will endeavour to have a proper game of this sometime. Also, painting. I don't know, I'd like to paint this stuff because I'd like to paint all the, get more of them, different miniatures for these factions I've got in my head. So I'd like to practice painting, but obviously, yep, I have to really optimize it. Work out, like, rather than getting highlights, paint for a highlight, paint for a base, paint for a whatever. I'll try the shade system, so adding a bit of white to increase, which I know is easier said than done when it comes to painting multiple models in a team and everything, but I'd have to do it optimally because I haven't got any paints, I haven't got any brushes, I'm starting from scratch here. So yeah, but that could be a video in itself, just trying to figure out the best way for a beginner who doesn't know shit about it, which is the beauty of it, how a beginner might best get into it. But yeah, anyway, so this video's gone easily long enough. I will end it here. All in all, awesome. I won't give it a rating or anything because I don't really have anything, other board games or whatever, to rate it against. So my enjoyment factor was high. Yeah, I've got a lot to learn. That's probably the best thing about it, is that I haven't even scratched this. Well, I've barely scratched the surface, and there's so much shit, so much more that I have to learn. So you're really getting your value out of this. The quality's great, models are awesome, so well made, so detailed. I've got to figure out how to store them now. Yeah, figure that out. And I bought, for the cards, I found out that these black ones are actually for if you're continuing your game. They're not to keep the cards in, because they didn't really fit in anyway, so I wasn't doing it. What I did was I bought a little 50 pack, like spent like $6 or whatever, 50 pack on hairbands, little flat sort of hairbands, and they fit the cards perfectly. So I'm just wrapping them up in that. They work well. So that's good. I'll keep the models in some other container somewhere, and hopefully get to paint them at some stage, and I'll do a video on that if I do. Yeah, alright, I'll leave it there. This is cool, highly recommended for the none of you watching this video who have not played it. If you like this video, no, fuck that, don't forget all that shit, like, you know what to do. If you'd like to help me out, check out my books. Go check out my main channel, unalteredaspect.com, and check out my books via my website, Unaltered Aspect. You can see I'm a graphic designer and motion designer, and I'm a freelance, and so I'm always looking for clients. So if you guys need any moths killed, then I might be able to help you out on that. Not that I'm too successful with these little fucks, but if you need any sort of graphic design or whatever done, I'm always looking for clients, and I'd like to work with people on cool shit. Yeah, check out my books. My sci-fi Valencia is should be. I'll make sure it's out by the time these videos are out. It's inspired by 40K. It's inspired by a little bit by Star Wars. I've got tell you about my Star Wars book as well. It's a little bit by Star Wars, by The Expanse, definitely, by RoboCop and all the Paul Verhoeven movies, Total Recall and Starship Troopers and Aliens and stuff like that. It's all that culmination of all the sci-fi which I grew up with and I really love, and it's all sort of compiled into that, and I'm really quite happy with it. It's turned out well. But I've also got Star Wars fan fiction called The Order of One. It is a trilogy of 3 full-length novels. The first 2 are out and available for free on my website. The third one is probably about 60% done. I know exactly what's happening. I just got to run through and finish it off. I just got my first email. I have no idea that anyone's reading it or not, because I've got no way of tracking who's downloading it or whatever. I just got my first email about a week ago, a few days ago, from some guy in Germany who's apparently really loving the first one. So that's like, oh shit, I have to. He was asking me, are you finishing the third? So it's like, yeah, okay, I will. I'll get onto it. So yeah, so you might like that. It's for mature audiences. One thing I absolutely freaking hate about Star Wars is how Lucas cursed it with his Star Wars is for kids line, and locked it to the fan base, essentially locked it to the Skywalker timeline, and everything has to happen in relation to that, and you can't deviate anyway. And it's because of that, the movies, I blame the fans for this shit, and sort of Lucas himself indirectly. I'm a fan of episode 4 and 5, so the first two, and Clone Wars, the series. They're great. I love the possibilities, the potential of the expanded galaxy and universe and stuff, which is what I've leaned on for Order of One, which is mine. But I've written it maturely. It's not for kids at all. It deals with actual psychology and how the Force might work in reality, and how the actual how light and dark might actually work, and so forth. So that's, yeah, if you're interested in that type of stuff, if you're a fan of Star Wars, you probably won't like it. If you're a fan of 40k, which I imagine you are, you might like it. Okay, so give it a go. It's for free, so why not? And yeah, I've got my other books as well, Drive Through 5 and Tacticolo, which are the two of the my master series, the Sayara series, which is like multiple books, which are all standalone books, but they all share the same near future universe. Like it's all on Earth, near future in like the 2040s or so. And if you like military stuff, if you like geopolitical stuff, then you might like those as well. Drive 35 is big. It's a big. I worked on for 6 years before I actually released it. I love it. I'm very proud of it. I'm actually probably going to launch it as a combined box set, ebooks at some stage, but it'll be expensive. But yeah, anyway, so I'll leave it there. Yeah, nothing else to say. Do the things, like the stuff, enjoy your life. Let me know in the comments all the thoughts and the corrections and the whatevers. And awesome, thanks for watching.